Well, we've talked about it on my podcast many times. It's the magnet. I mean, it's the things that are going to attract the people that you want, the clients that you want, the right types of projects, teammates. How important when you're really building this why, this vision? I mean, how important is it to include the other members of your team?
Yeah. So there's mixed bag on this, and we've seen both work. Sometimes, to be honest, Dwayne, the team is so immature, and I don't mean that in an ugly way. I'm
Right.
saying they're immature to the reality of organizational leadership. And so sometimes you'll have team members come in and you bring them into this process and it really derails it. And what you'll end up leaving with is just a bunch of mush with nothing concrete. What we would rather do is for an owner to come up with this themselves, use it for a while, 6 months, 12 months, and then you're going to come to a point where you realize that you're restricted. This is not really your why. And you need to find that next level thing. Then you're going to find out who on your team has that level of maturity to help you drill down on understanding what that is. So,
Yeah.
not a hard and fast rule to that, but you need
No.
to understand the maturity of your team before you bring them into these
Yeah.
exercises, because these are the foundational cornerstones of the business.
It's a really good point. I mean, sometimes, to your point, they could be immature for a variety of reasons. I know exactly what you're saying too. That's nothing against skill set or quality. Could be a new team to where they
That's
haven't
right.
really gelled yet. But I do think over time the importance of the clarity of your vision, right? I mean, everyone has to be able to see that. They have to know what it is.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because we have a built-in uh, sort of upgrade mechanism to what we do. So we installed something in our business, and now it's in all of our clients' businesses, called Vision Day. Now, it's not a full day. Don't freak out. It's actually just about an hour. We do it 6 times a year, so every other month. We'll do it starting in February, and then we'll go all throughout the year, end in December. And what we do is we, for 1 hour, read our vision story, like reading time in elementary school. We just read it. There's no fireworks. There's no nothing. We just read it and just go back through it. Why? Is because the repetition allows for reminding. And that repetition and reminding, eventually it begins to just wash over us. And all of a sudden we start to remember the vision. Why? Is because we're going over it over and over and over again. So what we've done now is I'll actually record my overview of the vision on a little Loom video. I'll send it out to the team a few days before and say, hey, listen to this before our vision day. And then we'll get to vision day. For us, it's always on a Thursday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll get to a vision day and I'll start the meeting out this way. I'll say, hey guys, you listened over the vision. What thoughts, questions, clarifying ideas, additions, deletions, what did you see? What did you hear? And now the team is involved with shaping the vision. I created it. In fact, I will say this about vision that's different than mission and values. I never want anybody other than the owner creating the vision. And if you have multiple owners, then you got to do the hard work of all of you getting on the same page. Because the proverb is true in two ways. There's a proverb that says this: where there is no vision, people scatter. I would also argue this: where there is multiple visions, or where there are multiple visions, people scatter equally. And they will begin to scatter out there as well. So if you've got 2, 3, 4, 5 partners, my first bit of encouragement to you is good luck. My second is, I'm just sort of teasing. My second is your vision needs to be unified. It's got to be one unified vision. And then once you've got that, as you read over it throughout the year, and I would encourage at least 4 times a year to have some sort of gathering to where you read through the vision top to bottom. Everybody's going to roll their eyes. That's okay. It's no big deal. And then you read back through that vision, and it's going to create clarity and invite feedback. And when you get the feedback, they will now help you shape the vision. You created it, but they'll help shape it over time.